It's the new year and everybody's setting up their goals for 2023. And that also includes companies. So, in today's video, what I want to do is share with you this post that I just read. It's actually an article. It's some pretty interesting news that pertains to Shopify business owners and Shopify investors as well. So, the article is titled Shopify in Advertising Push to Fill Void Left by Apple Privacy Crackdowns. This was an article that was retweeted by the president of Shopify, and it's quite interesting. So, I really wanted to share it with you guys. So, basically, it says Shopify is seeking to fill a lucrative gap in marketing data left by Apple's privacy crackdown by offering retailers a new way to target potential customers through the world's largest ad platform. So, interesting thing right away. I just want to remind some of you why they're doing this. Maybe some of you are not familiar with iOS 14 and how it basically revolutionized in a bad way how people advertise through Facebook ads, etc. Now, I work with a lot of brands at Arie where we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on Facebook ads. So I can tell you that even though it has made an impact, Facebook ads are still, in my opinion, some of the most effective ads that you can run. But basically every company has been affected by this. And this happened like back in 2020, I believe. So maybe some of you had no idea. Anyways, let's continue here. I just wanted to give you the context. Harley Finkelstein, Shopify's president, told the Financial Times that after striking alliances with Meta and Google in 2022, its Audiences marketing tool was a key area of focus at a time when an e-commerce industry slowdown was forcing the $46 billion company to make cutbacks in other parts of its business. The new tool allows retailers to pool their customer data and upload it to Meta and Google's advertising platforms. Marketers are then able to target ads at lookalike customers who might be more likely to buy their products because they bought similar items from another retailer. So what he's talking about here is Shopify Audiences, which is what Shopify launched as their solution for this issue. So what it sounds like is that they're going to start leaning further into this. Now, they made this available only for Shopify Plus clients so far. However, it sounds like with them prioritizing this, it might be able to reach even smaller merchants, which in my opinion would be a good idea on Shopify's end since most of their users are not on the Shopify Plus program. So the system is designed to skirt Apple's rule against iPhone users, which put a multi-billion-dollar dent in the online advertising industry last year and compete with Amazon's fast-growing ad business. Amazon does have a proprietary ad system, so on their own platform, they allow merchants to run ads. And this is actually something that's quite powerful about Amazon, though it is very competitive, and obviously you're competing in this smaller pool of people, which is still actually huge. Amazon's obviously one of the biggest companies. Though Shopify Audiences is not yet a significant money spinner for the e-commerce company, it could offer a much needed growth opportunity at a time when looming recessions and cash-strapped consumers are squeezing retailers. Especially right now, merchants want to be able to find more customers, said Finkelstein. Shopify's stock price increased almost fivefold between the start of the pandemic and November 2021. As lockdowns forced retailers and consumers to turn to e-commerce in unprecedented numbers. However, its share have lost 3/4 of their value since last year's peak, leaving them close to where they were before the pandemic hit. Toby Lutke, Shopify's founder and chief executive, CEO, conceded this summer that he had overestimated the pace of e-commerce growth after lockdown restrictions eased. The Canada-based company announced about 1,000 redundancies, or 14.5% of its workforce, in July, largely sales and support staff. So that was when they basically fired a bunch of people, as they said here. They made it sound very corporate, but I'll give you the dumbed down version. They fired about 1,000 people. And I remember these news came at a huge shock at the time. And that's about the time that we started the Shopify investing challenge. So I've actually been investing in Shopify stock on this Robinhood account, little by little, like $200 a month or so into this account. Maybe I'll speed it up now. Who knows? It's pretty random. I'm not very good at these sorts of things, but it's just an example to show you guys how you can also invest your money little by little and watch it grow. And to me, investing in Shopify makes a lot of sense. Everything I do is on Shopify. Literally everything I do basically revolves around Shopify. So to me, this is a great bet, and I'll continue to share this with you every time I share some Shopify news. Now, Finkelstein or Stein, I'm actually not sure, said that Shopify was prioritizing initiatives with a much shorter term payback, including expanding its business lending arm, capital to new regions, and its fulfillment network, which was boosted by its $2.1 billion acquisition of Deliverr in July. While fulfillment and lending are years-old initiatives, Shopify's Audiences marketing tool is its newest project, having launched publicly last year. So I think this is a good idea. I think this is basically where we're going, and this is why there are companies in the ad tracking game, like third-party tools like Triple Whale, Hyros, etc., that are getting pretty big valuations and are definitely solving a huge problem. So it sounds like Shopify is building that as a proprietary tool for their Shopify Plus merchants, which would be huge. If they can actually make this product and make it available to smaller merchants, even if it comes at a cost, that would be incredible in my opinion. I think that would be super smart on their part, and it would actually help Shopify store owners a lot. Advertising has already become a big business for Shopify's rival Amazon, which allows third-party merchants to promote their products on its marketplace. Amazon's advertising revenue grew by 30%, excluding currency fluctuations, in the third quarter of 2022 to 9.5 billion. Traditional retailers, including J. Sainsbury in the UK, are already mimicking this strategy. Dang, that is so big. That's actually wild. Wow, Amazon is pretty ahead of the curve. Apple's introduction of a new requirement for mobile developers to obtain consent to track users between apps and websites has caused upheaval across the online advertising industry over the past 18 months. Most iPhone owners have refused to opt in, denying marketers the data they have used to target ads for years. Many say that advertising on Facebook and Instagram in particular has become more expensive and less effective without the ability to fine-tune their targeting. However, no clear alternative has emerged. Amazon is one beneficiary of Apple's new policy because its ad targeting is based on first-party data, information that an advertiser holds about its own customer. Apple allows targeting based on these details, but not third-party data gathered from other company sites. Dang, that is such a smart move on Amazon. Shopify's pitch is that it can offer retailers similar targeting capabilities as Amazon, but beyond the confines of the Seattle-based retailer's online store, including through Instagram, Google, search results, and YouTube. Merchants can opt in to adding their customers' information to a pool that Shopify argues also constitutes first-party data. However, some retailers are nervous about sharing their data with a larger group that might include rivals, who could then target their customers. There's always going to be some apprehension about sharing data, Finkelstein said, but that's often offset by net, and I am making more money. Am I selling more? ? So interesting. That's actually one bad thing about Amazon's advertising system, is that all of the data that they're using to optimize your ads is based on all of your competitors, clients as well, or customers, as well as your own. So your customers, you're also giving Amazon that data and letting other Amazon sellers use it. So Amazon seems like a hyper competitive space. Like, that's probably why it's growing so fast, but I think that definitely will have some diminishing returns at some point. Maybe not. This is just my observation. These are just some of the thoughts that I'm having as I read this article for the second time for you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found this informational in some way. I'm trying to keep us all up to date on everything. It's 2023. It's the time to really hone in on your craft and become more informed and just become a better business owner or a better entrepreneur. Those are some of my goals. So yeah, that's about it. See you guys in the next video. Peace.